Here.
You got somebody
My baby.
You got somebody check on the kids, okay?
No, I don't need nobody checking on my motherfucking kids. I'm checking on myself.
Yeah, I know.
I just want to see my kid.
The total value of items the suspect attempted to steal was $442.40. When she spit on officers, the saliva hit one officer in the eye and another officer in the face and mouth. The suspect later stated that she may have herpes due to her partner, although she had not been tested to confirm. She was charged with aggravated robbery and simple assault on a police officer. She is innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Now, one of the craziest things about being a cop is you never know what's right around the corner. Because honestly, these crazy calls can happen whether it's right after roll call or driving back to the district after you've had a hectic shift. Because imagine you're this officer, because I've experienced that moment of walking in on somebody in dire need of help. Because even though you're in full uniform and there to do a job, it sometimes takes a second to process what's actually going on. And as my academy trainers told us, sometimes it's just you, and you have to act fast. And this officer was the only help for this woman in that moment. And this is why I talk about timing and the bravery of cops, because officers run towards the danger when everyone else usually runs in the opposite direction. Because when that horn blared and the officer heard somebody screaming inside that tinted car, he didn't wait, he just shattered that window. No hesitation, no second guessing, just immediate action. So here's the question: should officers always trust their gut in moments like this, even if it means breaking a window without knowing the full story? Or do you guys think it's too risky? Because I know what my answer is. Because in reality, this officer didn't just respond, he did intervene. And this is why quick thinking goes hand in hand with being a cop. But think about this: how many victim screams never get heard? And how many more lives could be saved if every cop moved this fast and was this focused? Now in case 2, imagine being the victim of a robbery. You're terrified, your adrenaline is pumping, but somehow in the chaos, police think that you're the suspect. And before you jump all over the officers, this can unfortunately easily happen just by miscommunication. And as a retired Philly cop, I have seen confusion on scenes before. A victim gets mistaken for the aggressor, and it sometimes takes a moment for police to realize this. But here's where the danger comes in, because as officers are trying to figure things out, we have one lone officer dealing with the actual suspect, and he has no backup, just his body camera. And these are those crazy moments that can cause an officer to get hurt, but he had to act quick. He clocked the situation and moved in, and luckily a knife wasn't pulled out on him. And let me tell you, I have been in these close call situations where it was just me and a hostile aggressive suspect. And to be honest, some of these situations would probably give people nightmares, but like this officer, I kept my cool and dealt with the situation accordingly. So thankfully, I was able to survive tense moments like this. And we all saw how this prisoner was acting, right? The yelling and the resisting. But here's the problem that doesn't sit right with a lot of cops. Spitting on an officer does count as an assault, but in court, and you might not be aware, that charge usually gets tossed. And unfortunately, in my opinion, judges and prosecutors do treat this like it's a minor offense. But it's not. It's disgusting, and it's one of the most disrespectful things that anyone can do to another person.